I heard, who was it? I think it was your granddaughter who was like, am I Swedish?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. It's
And
like, yes.
yes. And I mean, part of the,
Yeah.
Norwegian,
Yeah.
Scandinavian, I mean, I'm all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
But the reason she asked me the question was because there was the bag of Swedish fish.
Oh.
And her dad said, you can have some if you're Swedish.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But he didn't know that what my answer was going to be.
Yeah. It's very interesting. The other part of like, she's like, I have a deep voice and I know it and I'm calling it out and saying what it is.
Yeah. Have you heard it?
Yeah. Have you heard it? That was so good. But it's like there is pressure in culture right now, especially of deny these things or you'll be shunned or shamed or something.
Right,
We have to make sure that being a Christian in this culture is difficult to do because of those elements as well.
Right.
It's like, you'll be shunned and shamed and all this stuff. It's like, no, listen, this is who I am. And if we deny that reality, then we don't actually have reality to work with here.
Right. And to say my voice is too low
Yeah.
would be to say that God made me wrong.
Right. Right.
And I think she, at the 11 o'clock, she even like covered her mouth.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to say that? Is that how you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a confidence there that is to be admired and sought after, because I can genuinely say, or I can say without doubt, she is walking as though she is Christ's.
Yes.
She is walking as
in the
that
fullness
is,
and the freedom thereof.
That is where her affirmation is. That is where her boldness comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I remember, I don't know if you ever did this when you were a kid, but I did, where I grew up kind of in the city.
Yeah.
And we would get in skirmishes with all the little dudes, and it got down to my dad's bigger than your dad.
Yeah.
And get off my property, that whole thing. Well, when you are certain that your dad has got you
That my dad can beat up your dad.
right where he wants you.
Yeah.
There, you walk with a swagger in a healthy kind of way. It's like, I'm confident. I know who I am. I know whose I am. I got nothing to worry about and nothing to prove.
Yeah, man.
So shoot straight. Like she said today, do you like me? I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
because she's not indifferent.
Right.
But really, my opinion of her doesn't matter because her father's opinion is what matters. And she walks in that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Dude, and I've said this before in one of these good chats, and I've said it to you, like in our own little meetings, of the people at the end of their life where it's just like, we just cut the bologna.
Yep.
And it's those people walking with that confidence of, I know where I'm going right now.
Yep.
And I know how this ends. What do I have to lose at this point, And it's you're put in a position where this thing that most people, the end of, like, you're entering the end of your life. I'm really sad for you. I'm really sorry. Which, sure, like that's there too. Like there's mourning, that's fine. But I'm walking in confidence. You don't be sorry for me. I'm about to be out of the mess that you're having to deal with right now.
But so take that though and back it up.
Yeah.
30 years.
Yeah, man.
And walk in that same kind of freedom then.
Yeah.
Knowing who I am, whose I am, where I'm going, where he's called me to, all of that.
Takes a lot of reminding, a lot of refreshing on that too. Yeah. What were some other stuff that you liked out of this?
I had to write it down because it was going fast. Where did he write it? Oh, yeah. You have to believe he's good if you're going to believe that it's good to be created in his image.
Oh.
I mean, that one rattled my head all 3 times.
Yeah. And there's two sides to it as well of like, what am I questioning here? Am I questioning his goodness at that point? And there's a lot of us who go, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. So clearly I got to reassess what I'm doing here.
Correct.
Yeah. But then there's those on the other side who are like, oh, I am questioning his goodness. And then, there's a deeper, harder side. I would say that's the harder side, but they're all,
right.
their own type of difficulty.
I think about her ministry and all the years she spent with students of all ages, how valuable that her voice pointing out those truths in their lives would be. Like I'm like being one of the teachers and stuff at Summit, to be able to have that foundational bit of understanding locked into your melon, or at least repeatedly poked.
Yeah.
Huge. Because it's like, I know that God is good. Most people, at least Christians, most people go, yeah, duh. But how he made me,
Right.
That's where they back up and where the wrestle can be, or like you
Yeah.
said, the other side of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I got to rethink it. And
Yeah.
and her perspective of how she learned that the things you can change,
Mm-hmm.
change.
Yeah.
And the things you can't change, you need to change your attitude about it.
Yeah, man. It's a classic control. Like, why are you trying to control things you can't?
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
6'1" lady, what are you going to do about that?
Yeah.
Wake up angry every day because God didn't answer your prayer to make you shorter.
Yeah. That was so funny. Thank God mom didn't cut me off at the knees.
There's 6 inches between your knee and your
yeah. There's another part that sort of clicked in my head of we often pray, Jesus, more of you, less of me. The gap that sometimes doesn't get filled, maybe because it takes too many words to do so, is the make me like who you made me to be, which is more like you. Mm-hmm. You know, that, but there's often a like, no, like get rid of all the things that make me me, where there's parts of this that like, no, this is how I am. Like, this is how God wired me for sure. Yep. You know, and so parsing out those two things of make me more like you, who you meant me to be in the first place. Mm-hmm. Show me all the things that you want me to keep, that I could keep those because I'm uniquely and wonderfully made.
Okay. Yeah. I like how your voice did that.
Yeah.
Because I'm uniquely and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
Almost like
Sing-songy.
it's a pat you on the head.
Sure.
But
I like to be silly, Phil.
Yes.
Call me out.
Okay, right here. Let's keep it real. But how many of us feel similarly? Because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made.
Sure. Yeah.
But
sing it
like,
away.
Really,
sweep
like
it
you're
away.
a freaking masterpiece.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hard.
So you can't even shut up long enough to let it soak.
I know. Well, no, I just talk a lot in general.
You're a chatty monkey.
Even if you told me I'm a huge beehole, I'd be like, well, yeah, okay, let's keep talking.
That wouldn't stop me.
Yeah.
Keep trudging forward. So that whole idea, though, of we are.
Yeah.
And when she's talking about that whole, my wife knits and talking about, she's made blankets for all of our granddaughters. Mm-hmm. And she picks the right kind of yarn, very special for each one, the right kind of pattern, the right kind of needles that go with it, and then takes 8 months or whatever it is to knit this thing. But it's super intentional, and I don't think that we often. I mean, we've read that text a million times. You knit me together in my mother's womb. But that whole, the intentionality of that, I made you to be you, uniquely you, for the right now.
Mm-hmm. With the family that you have, in the place that you are born, like all of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a purpose. It's like, okay, Lord, let me walk in the fullness of that purpose, because that's where life is.
Yeah.
Real life.
Yeah.
You know?
It takes time to let it sink, to let it like sink meaningfully and deep. And it takes a lot of prayer and reflection and talking. I'm trying to figure out, how do you keep the ball rolling on it? How do you keep letting it sink deeper and deeper so that because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, turns into, I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
Right.
Like to my core, that you can say whatever you need to. I know this is true.
Right. Well, and as a dad, you have a different angle.
Oh,
on this
bro.
now, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that that's some of the grace that the Lord gives us, is we see in our children is like, oh, I don't want them to wrestle like I did with, or I want them to have a better understanding of than I did, or whatever. But some of that's also the inspiration for figure it out, Mark.
Yeah.
Figure it out, Phil.
Yeah.
Because your kids are watching you. And you know, sometimes we feel that way with our parents. It's like, of course you say that. You're my mom. You're supposed to. But when your child looks at you and they believe you because you're their parent. I mean, why would you not? You're the expert on everything in the whole wide world. Yeah. And so when they regularly get modeled from you and from your bride, that they are fearfully and wonderfully made, and mom and dad believe it. About themselves too. Yeah. There's something that goes in and sticks.
Yeah, man.
It sticks.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part with grandparenting. Because the things that I goofed, I can try again. Yeah. I
maybe I'll get it right
children,
this time.
But I can model it maybe better because I've taken the time, or I've been through the wounds or whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, and some of it, it's also I have to keep my hands off of this and let them do that too, which is one of those not my control
let 'em eat it.
situations.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, I'm still working on the let her eat it. My daughter.
Well, she's
She's
only
one. I know, but she's still got to learn, like,
she's 30 foot up the scaffold. Should I let her just?
yes, there is a line. There's a death-defying line.
Yeah, if it doesn't, yeah.
Yeah.
$1 million lessons that don't cost $1 million.
There you go.
That's what you're after.
Oh, there you go.
So, but in the moment, it's hard to assess.
Yeah, absolutely. Woo. So sitting with, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. The practice of continuing to believe it and choose it. Because it is a choice. Your mind is given options of, do I dog on myself real hard right now, or do I remember the truth of Scripture?
Sure.
And the truth of how God views me?
Sure.
You know? Like, what is the daily application in your mind of how to keep on going?
Well, some of the daily application actually, I think, comes down to what are the tapes that you choose to play.
Yeah. What do you take in?
Yeah. Some of it is antique. You've had it since you were 4, and you realize there's a voice rolling around in there that sounds like not like Jesus. And that's what you buy into regularly. So some of it is, I think, the tapes that we choose to play.
Yeah.
But the other piece is that capturing, wait a second. Because I don't know how you are, but I'm quick to dog on myself, to think the word or whatever.
Oh, I am. And I'm subtle too, so it's sneaky.
And you're subtle with your own brain, in your own thinking.
It's weird.
It's sneaking it in.
It's very easy to lie to yourself.
So the piece is capturing that, and we hold that up to the light of the truth of the gospel and who God says I am, and be like, So some of it is, she talks about God being intentional. Some of it is us just being intentional. And maybe, just maybe, it begins each morning when our eyes pop open because the alarm has gone. Is it off or on? Like the language she's talking about. It's gone. The alarm is alarming.
Yeah.
And you turn it off and you take a moment and you remind yourself, Lord, I want to be the person you designed me to be for your glory today. How do I do that best?
Yeah.
But again, that's intentional. You're not going to stumble into intentional living. That's the discipleship, discipline part of it. I think.
Right. Yeah. And it's daily, minute, every single second that you got. It's continuing to keep doing it. There's also so as someone who has a sinister voice in his head sometimes, who really likes to enter maybe a nihilism at some points, the power to say, maybe I'm wrong about a lot of things and I just need to rely on something solid here. Maybe I need to get out of myself to some degree and I'll look at the Bible and see what it says about me instead. And just trusting that regardless of how I feel too. Because that's the hard part. And I think that's where our culture lives is
in the feeling.
I feel something though, which is...
So it must be true.
So it must be true. Yeah, but it's like not allowing that to shape and form me, but instead saying, whatever this is, it is. And I now have to lean on something solid. Because my emotions are liquidy. You can't lean on it. You can't sit on it even. It's...
No,
gaseous?
No, let's go with liquidy.
Okay, cool. But it's like, it's nothing solid to really hang your hat on. Whereas I need foundation. And I know this time-tested scripture, this God-written word, something solid to really lean on and trust regardless. It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Hard because it's so easy to just lean into how I feel.
How you feel, or all the other voices that. What is she saying? The lying is loud.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's constantly yelling, and it isn't necessarily having to have to be the sinister voice in your own head.
Sure, it could be someone else
all over the place.
Yeah, man.
Mayday, it's going down.
Yeah.
Maybe, but maybe God's got you here right now for such a time as this, for His glory and for the sake of wherever you find yourself.
It's so good. It's almost too good.
Too good? Are you going to doubt?
I said almost. Hey, Phil, you're fearfully and wonderfully made.
So are you. You're a masterpiece.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Good chat.
Good chat.